yes, it's time for the show. Yes, who knows where we'll go? We'll share gratitude, that's pretty much for sure. Come on, everybody, let's get in the. Damn, I was so sure that was going to be a good one. Good morning, welcome to Love Morning. This is John. It is a daily practice, and boy, I am buzzing from Valentine's Day. I had a fantastic Valentine's Day. Lisa and I, we started with a Love Morning broadcast here. That was super fun. Then we had a yummy breakfast. Then I had two surprises for her. I took her first to a float float tank. We'd never done that. Neither of us had done a float tank. And then I did. Then we had a little. We had to head home because of a wardrobe malfunction, and so I had to cancel the lunch plan. But we went instead, got a picnic food, got some sandwiches, got picnic food, and we went to Balboa Park and ate, and then head over to the second surprise, which was the Japanese friendship garden that neither one of us had been to. And it was really beautiful, and seeing these massive koi and beautiful gardens, and a number of lovers, couples there enjoying it as well for Valentine's Day. And then we went up to Solana Beach and stayed in the beach condo and just had a lovely time. And then we ended the day by watching the saddest episode ever of This Is Us and just cried and cried. So like lots of laughter, lots of cuddling, lots of kisses, and lots of tears. It was a beautiful day. Good morning, Gerbot. Good morning, Razorblade. Good morning, Jason. How are you guys? Who's got something that they're grateful for? I'm feeling a little like overwhelmed with stuff I got to do. I've got a bunch of projects and things. I guess I have time. Lisa's leaving town today, so I will have time over the next few days. I've got to figure out what kind of car I want to get. I need to replace my car, and I have not yet done. I think one of the reasons I'm stressed is we drove back from the condo this morning, so I have not started my morning routine. So I have not done any of my PT or stretching and exercises, and I'm feeling a little bit like, don't let too much of this day get by. Make sure you stay in integrity. Make sure you keep the practice going. But I am so grateful for yesterday. It was just a lovely day. So many opportunities to share open-heartedness and affirmations and appreciations of one another. The core of our relationship is a daily appreciation of one another practice. And yesterday was like a full day of it. It was just lovely. Good morning, Bill. Thank you for being here. I'm grateful for the weather. I love this time of year when it is cool, so you can wear a jacket, but sunshine is warm. Good morning, Victoria. I've kind of been liking my hair at this length a little bit. Maybe it's starting to get a little long. I might do a little trim. It's fun to have a haircut where I can put on a hat and take it off and have no concern about what happens to my hair. What else I was grateful for? I'm grateful that a friend asked me if I would help them out with some possible album art using AI. So I said, well, let's have a conversation and tell you like what my limitations are in that category, in that area. But grateful for the opportunity to play a little bit. Crisp and clear. Yes. I think you're talking about the weather, and that's what I'm feeling. I'm grateful that we're finally having an HOA meeting tonight. It's a stressful thing for me to figure out how to deal with this leak and the uncertainty of the cause, and knowing that the HOA does not have a bunch of funds saved up. And so I'm grateful to have the opportunity to at least talk through some of these problems that we're having a really hard time making progress with. No, I'm not going to Love Burn. Everything went great yesterday. yeah, just shared a little bit of that, but it was awesome. I had a beautiful day yesterday with Lisa. I didn't really enjoy the float tank that much. She really did. I think she's going to buy another package of it. I think she felt that the magnesium really made her body feel better, and uh, but I had a few aspects of it that weren't like some things were just things that went wrong. Like I got in and I couldn't get the light to turn off in the pod. And I'd followed the directions and it won't do it. And so you follow the intercom direction and I hit the button and I let go of the button because that was instructions. And then I spoke. I said, I can't get the light to turn off. And I'm naked in this thing. So I'm like a little exposed and vulnerable and feeling weird. And the woman working there says, I'll be there to help. And so I waited and waited, and I'm like, what do I do? Like, I'm just like sitting there, kind of covering myself for waiting for her to open the pod. I'm waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. I'm like, maybe she's not coming. You know what? Maybe she'll come here when she gets here. And then I try to like relax, and part of me, I'm kind of like, every time I hear like a little sound, I'm like, is she opening the pod? And then I figured, oh, she's not coming. So I just forget about it, and I put there's a washcloth that they give you to put to like wipe your eyes if you get salt in your face. And so I just put the washcloth over my eyes so at least I could block out the light and float. And then about like 45 minutes in, I started to feel like I had to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, should I wait till the end? And so I hit the Emmerich kind of again. I go, hi, can you tell me what time it is? And then I hear her voice go, how can I help? And I'm like, oh, last time when she said, I'll be there to help, she said, how can I help? So she never heard my request for the light. I'm like, oh, makes sense now. And so I got out. It was like meditating to me, which an hour of meditation is a lot. They asked me if I wanted music or not, and I decided not to do music because I'd heard people have these kind of like almost like psychedelic experiences in those things. And I thought maybe best with no just silence and darkness. But it was more for me like meditating where it was peaceful, and then my thoughts would come in and they're peaceful, and then thoughts would come in and peaceful and thoughts would come in. And I mean, I don't normally meditate for an hour, so it was a long time for me. I was ready for it to be done. But Lisa loved it, and she's thinking that it had a positive impact on her body pain, so she wants to try it a few more times. They told in the beginning, they were like, they make you watch this video that says if it's your first time, you're probably gonna want to do it 2 or 3 times before you really notice the benefits. But I was not very encouraged. She did. So I'm gonna call after this and see if I can, get some more sessions, I believe. And when I got out and I told her all the person working there, and she's like, "Oh yeah, the light doesn't go off." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." Good morning, Al. Good morning, Michael. At least I didn't get stuck in a bad mind island for a lifetime or anything. Yes, and I didn't devolve into a, Neanderthal like altered states. It's funny. They in the intro video, they talk about what's his name? John C. Lilly. John C. Lilly is the scientist who led the research into sensory deprivation tanks and dolphin communication and ketamine addiction. So I've read his biography, his autobiography. It talks about his intense ketamine use. And actually, his autobiography is one of the things that, like, when I was super into my ketamine habit, I read this book by this genius addict, and I'm like, okay, here's a guy who understands me. Now he's a little bit farther off than me, so at least that makes me feel better about my habits. But they did not mention ketamine addiction in the intro video to the float spa. Gerbot says, I agree. It's very much an enhanced meditation environment. I tried floating sober and was underwhelmed. Yeah. I mean, great. The other thing that for me was that I found that if I just laid there, my body my shoulders came up and it made me feel like my body was tight in ways that I'd like to work on. If I put my arms above my head, that was the only way that I kind of felt like I wasn't like my body wasn't tight in the wrong ways. So yeah, it just didn't the lack of gravity didn't impact me as much as I hoped. It felt like lying in a bed to me for my first try. Now, the benefits of the magnesium as like an Epsom salt bath, that is hard for me to determine. Joyous, grateful for a giant salad I'm having for lunch and naps. Nice. Good morning, Moosecock. Juan is grateful to know what love is. True love. Yeah. The Lily book I'm talking about? Yes. The Scientist, a metaphysical autobiography. A Peeping Tom at the Keyhole of Eternity. Ooh. Al just finished a 3.5 day fast. Grateful for food. And bravo. I don't think I've ever done a 3-day fast. I mean, it was weird. So, I mean, John C. Lilly, like, you can look up videos of him on YouTube interviews, and he's fucking wasted. And I'm like, oh, that looks like me at 4 a.m. at a party. I've been partying all night, and it was it had this interesting effect on me of one making me feel like, yeah, somebody gets me, and two, like, oh shit, this is a dangerous. This road does not lead to a great place. He talks about some of the consequences of his choices. Good morning, Brent. Well, I think we're about ready to have a hug and lock this up unless anybody has any more gratitude to share. I'm grateful that my body's feeling great. I've had to like really remember. Like I'm carrying things with both hands right now. We went to stay someplace last night, and I was carrying bags with both hands. Neither one hurts more than the other. I'm like, oh my gosh. I had to really like remember. Okay, keep being easy on the right side. Don't push it. Don't get too. Don't forget. Stay conscious. Brent is grateful for his amazing wife. And no, I have never talked to dolphins, Gerbot, but I've never tried. So, and I don't know if it's because maybe I haven't talked to him. It could be my personality. They might talk to other people. I just have kind of an abrasive way with sea mammals. Are they mammals? They aren't they? No. I don't know. Ooh, Christopher says, grateful to have attended a lecture with Timothy Leary in 1981, where he talked about his experiences in the tank he bought from Lily. Oh, cool. Mike says, you should do it together with her at least 2 more times. Well, she's going to do it 2 more times. I'm not sure if that's my agenda. Maybe someday. I feel like there's so many things that I need to do right now for my healing. But maybe if I hit a pain threshold again, I might try it again. But in terms of the things I'm spending money on for healing, there's a lot. Jobin says, I'm grateful for new meds. Oh, a new meds adventure that I'm about to start. Could be fun. Yay. We'll be cheering you on. Uh, awesome. Well, I'm sure glad to have got to start the day and share some gratitude and try to remember that I want to be a love ambassador today and be friendly, be kind, try to step up on a few projects that have been lingering, try to make a little progress. I've got a HOA meeting tonight, so I got to try to set myself up to be strong and say the things that I need to say because I've been waiting for this for a while. Ah, go team. Agreed. I like that as our send off for today. So wherever you are, let's give ourselves a hug and appreciate one another, this moment, this day, the opportunities ahead of us to just be and to be who we want to be, to act in a way that feels like a proud expression of our values and the kind of person we want to be in the world. Let's try to do that today. So let's take a deep breath in and squeeze one another, give a big hug around. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and everyone here, thanks for being here for Love Morning. Love you. And check out the new Stay Sparked episode on integration. I think it's really good. Good morning, Izzy. Have a beautiful day.